I just wanted more. I found that I was desiring something, and then of course, I wanted to go to university. I wanted to get a better myself, because if I had stayed in Cottonwood, what do you do? There's nothing there. So. If I remember correctly, I switched it 5 times in total. So I started as a marketing major, and I was that for freshman year, and then I switched it the spring of sophomore year to something, honestly I don't even remember what. I switched it to something, next semester I switched it again. Eventually I landed on microbiology and with a chemistry minor, and so that's what I'm graduating with this fall. And I did that, I switched to that because of brewing. Like that's what I decided I was gonna dive into. I tried to find the silver lining in it. I definitely was at first like, man, I'm like gonna be in school another like year or year and a half or something. That's money that I spent, that's time that I could have been working. But at the end of the day, if I hadn't taken so long with it, I wouldn't have had the professors as a resource if I had gone to school right away for microbiology. Like I may have met them, but I probably wouldn't have been working at Mother Road, so it worked out really well having that extra year and a half. I kept it in my mind, and so I decided to start home brewing just because I thought, well, I can't buy beer yet, so I may as well brew it or something. So I brewed a few batches and I really enjoyed it. As I started reading books and buying and whatever, reading everything on the internet, I really started to realize that there was a lot more science to it than I actually had anticipated. Before I even landed on brewing, there was a moment where I was like, screw this, like I don't like the university setting. That's, I think, part of why I switched my degree so many times. I decided, I didn't like how the schooling was going down. I didn't like that I didn't have a driving factor. I guess that's kind of a typical story of just, you can't figure out what you want, and that was me. I thought I'd had what I wanted to do, but I definitely didn't. Before I had my internship, I definitely felt like, okay, I'm not going to get in the brewing industry. I need a certain skill set that I don't have, and that's why I tried to focus on, because I'm not very mechanical at all. So I tried to focus more on the chemistry side, the science, bringing in like a unique thing to the industry. It was the spring semester before I got the internship with Mother Road. I had decided like, okay, I can't remember what, I gave myself a deadline, and I said if I'm not in one of the breweries in Flagstaff by this time, it's over. Like I just got to decide that I need to get I need to focus on school, get like amazing grades at this point, make sure that I do get into a master's program or a lab right away, blah, blah, blah. I basically decided that I would sacrifice, my desire to be in the industry for, the corporate, if you will, structure or whatever, which would have been fine. I probably would be, it probably would have been worked out fine. So Mother was a sweet tale. My production manager, Campbell Morrissey, he got his brewing and distilling masters from Harriet Watt, and so he knows that there's a lot more to the industry than what Mother Road is at, where they're at. So he's trying to bring Mother Road way up, and he is. So a different friend of mine, she's getting a biochemistry degree, and so she had worked at Mother Road as a server for a while, and he knew that she had the science background. So he asked her, like, hey, like we're trying to get microbiology, like a lab setting here at NAU, like would you mind participating in that, like being, just someone that could run it, or at least like start the program and then teach us, yada yada. And she never gave him a response back. Like the next day she saw me, we were working together at Peter Jungle. The next day she was like, hey, listen, they're looking for a micro guy. I know that you're brewing beer and trying to do it. Go talk to this guy named Campbell. So then a day after that, I went in, talked with him, got his email, we conversed a bit. He put together just like a little basic internship for the summer. And I told him like, this is what I want to do, just very basic QA/QC. And he's like, yeah, I agree. Like, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. And then he didn't have a very big game plan. He kind of was like, just kind of do what you can do. Let's like, have you learn about it, see what we can figure out, and then just start with some basics. And he said, at the end of the summer, like, whatever you have, you have. Then he asked me what I want out of it. I said, I want this experience. Let me put on my, my resume or my CV, whatever I'm going to do. And then I said, but if a position opens up and it's just something basic, even just so I can have my foot in the door, like, please. And then through strokes of luck and whatever, some people left and this and happened, blah, blah. And then they're like, okay, well, we need someone. You're already here, so let's just have you do some basic stuff. And so that was it. I just got really lucky. You know, it was like I joke that it was 80% luck, like 10% hard work, and then 10% like, I don't know, something happened. When brewers talk about their brew team, it's flooring how few employees you need to produce a lot of beer. We have 5 total brewers in Cellarman, and only like 3 of them are full-time. And so the 5 of us, like, we get to learn each other very well. We know like who has a tendency to like kind of forget to write this down or do this. So we definitely have a brotherhood, so to speak, amongst each other. We definitely work as, I mean, it's a team. It's not like we're employees. We are a brew team, right? It's really cool. I really like that. I like that you learn who does what and why and blah blah blah. And I really like that it's not a union, but we're definitely united together. It's really cool. If you know people in this city, you know people in that city, like you'll help your other fellow brewers out. And that to me, like, is the umbrella, like everyone helps each other. So like even though we're competing for the same people that are buying beer here in Flagstaff, we're still friendly with Wanderlust, we're still friendly with Dark Sky. Like if they come to us and say, hey, like we don't have this grain, we just need 1 bag. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll sell it to you like for our cost. Like we're not gonna like make money off of it. We're just helping you out. Like it's kind of like a give and trade. It's really, that to me is kind of the defining factor of why I really enjoy this industry. Why I decided, I think that, yeah, I want to stay in it.